Have you ever stopped to think about the choices you've made and the life you're living? Are the things you once deemed essential still meaningful after 70? In today's video, we're diving into a topic that's not just a reflection, but a call to action. 9 things that don't make sense after 70. Change your life today. This exploration isn't just about understanding the shifts in our priorities as we age. It's an invitation to reevaluate our lives now, to ensure that when we reach our golden years, we have no regrets about how we lived. As we journey through life, our perspectives change, and so do our needs and desires. What mattered to us at 20 or 40 may no longer hold the same weight at 70. This isn't just speculation, it's a reality many come to face as they move into a different phase of their life. So, today, let's take a close look at those aspects of life that, at the end of the day, might not make as much sense as we once thought they did. We will uncover why some pursuits might seem less significant later in life, and discuss how shifting our focus now can lead to a more fulfilling and regret-free future. Remember, this video isn't just about looking ahead with caution, it's about redefining today. It's about making changes that will not only prepare us for the future, but also enhance the quality of our lives right now. Are you ready to see if your current life choices align with the wisdom that often comes only with age? Stay tuned as we break down these 9 vital points, one by one. Let's start this journey together. Let's learn, reflect, and perhaps decide to change our lives today. The illusion of status. Why do we chase status? Is it for the respect, the power, or perhaps the illusion of success it brings? As we age, the allure of titles and public accolades diminishes significantly, leaving many to question the very pursuit itself. In our youth, status might seem like the ultimate goal. Promotions, recognition, and the corner office are sought with vigor. But what happens when these are no longer your reality? By the time you reach 70, the dynamics of workplace recognition have often shifted. The professional identity you spent decades building starts to fade into the background as retirement takes center stage. This can lead to a profound realization that the status you worked so hard to achieve was never the foundation of a truly fulfilling life. Instead, it becomes clear that the connections made, the relationships nurtured, and the lives you've touched hold far more significance. Think about this for a moment. How much of your life has been spent in the pursuit of something that, in the end, you cannot take with you? Is it worth continuing down a path that may ultimately lead to regret? As we discuss this point, I encourage you to reflect on what has genuinely enriched your life. Have the titles and accolades brought you joy, or have they merely added to a facade of fulfillment? It's time to shift our focus from chasing fleeting symbols of success to building lasting legacies of meaningful interactions and heartfelt relationships. Let's not wait until it's too late to realize that the true measure of our lives is not the status we achieve, but the impact we make. What parts of your life could use this shift in focus? How can you start redefining success to align more closely with what will truly matter to you at 70? Let's ponder these questions as we move forward. The weight of material possessions. How often have you caught yourself thinking that if only you had that newer car, the bigger house, or the latest gadget, then you'd be happier? It's a common belief that material possessions are the key to fulfillment. But as we grow older, the luster of these items tends to fade, revealing a truth many of us wish we understood sooner. Possessions are temporary joys. By the time we reach 70, the desire for accumulating things typically diminishes. The house we once filled with furniture and decorations starts to feel less like a status symbol and more like a place we simply live. Those luxury cars and designer clothes, they often sit unused, serving more as relics of a past life rather than essentials of our current one. This shift in perspective can be liberating, allowing us to focus on what truly enhances our lives, relationships, experiences, and personal growth. Think about the possessions you cherish most. Are they valuable because of their price tag, or because of the memories associated with them? It's often not the items themselves that we hold dear, but the moments they represent. As we discuss this topic, I encourage you to consider which of your possessions truly add value to your life and which are just occupying space. Let's use this understanding to make more conscious choices about what we acquire and keep. Instead of chasing the next big purchase, why not invest in experiences that create lasting memories? Why not declutter our lives to make room for new adventures and opportunities? It's never too late to reevaluate our priorities and redefine what success looks like. At 70, wouldn't you rather be rich in experiences than in things? Let's make the shift now and start focusing on what will truly enrich our lives in the years to come. The futility of seeking perfection. Perfection is a goal many of us chase relentlessly, but is a perfect life truly attainable or even desirable? As we approach 70, it becomes glaringly apparent that the quest for perfection is fraught with missed opportunities and unnecessary stress. Life is messy, unpredictable, and beautifully imperfect. Embracing this reality sooner rather than later can transform our lives in profound ways. Consider how many times you've held back from starting a project, delaying your happiness, or avoiding decisions because conditions weren't ideal. This pursuit of the perfect moment, the perfect setting, or the perfect outcome often leads us down a path of procrastination and disappointment. The truth is, perfect conditions rarely, if ever, exist. The beauty of aging is the wisdom it brings, a wisdom that tells us perfection is not only unachievable, but also a hindrance to our growth and enjoyment of life. Think about the most meaningful experiences you've had. Were they scripted and flawless, or were they filled with surprises and lessons learned from overcoming challenges? Let this be a call to action. Start that project now. Reach out to old friends, express your feelings, and make those changes you've been putting off. Life's imperfections are not obstacles. They are opportunities to learn, grow, and find joy in the unexpected. As we move forward in this video, reflect on how you can let go of perfectionism. How can freeing yourself from the need for perfection change your approach to daily life and major decisions? What can you gain by embracing imperfection in your pursuits? Let's not wait for the perfect time to live our lives fully. The time is now, and it is inherently imperfect. Let's cherish it and make the most of it. The trap of social approval. How much of your life have you spent seeking the approval of others? From a young age, many of us are taught to value the opinions of those around us, parents, teachers, peers, and later, colleagues and social circles. But as we grow older, particularly as we approach 70, we often come to realize that this external validation is not only fleeting, but also deeply unsatisfying. Reflect on the moments you chose to follow the crowd rather than your own heart. How many decisions were influenced more by fear of judgment than by genuine desire or conviction? The quest for social approval can dictate our choices in detrimental ways, from the careers we pursue to the relationships we maintain, even to the minutiae of daily life. But something beautiful happens as we age. We gain the freedom to let go of these concerns. The opinions that once seemed paramount now appear less significant, allowing us to live more authentically. This shift can be incredibly liberating, providing a sense of peace and self-acceptance that no amount of external approval can offer. I encourage you now to think about the ways in which you might still be allowing the expectations of others to shape your life. What would you do differently if you weren't so concerned with what people think? It's time to reevaluate the importance we place on others' opinions and to start living for ourselves. Embrace the freedom that comes with age. Let go of the need for approval and focus on what makes you truly happy. This isn't just about finding contentment. It's about rediscovering who you are and what you value, without the noise of societal expectations. As we continue this video, ask yourself, how can stepping away from the need for social approval change your life for the better? How can you start making choices that truly reflect your personal values and desires? The burden of resentments. Holding on to grudges and resentments can feel like maintaining control over the injustices we've experienced. However, as we age, we often come to realize that this burden is more harmful to us than to those who wronged us. By the time we reach 70, it becomes evident that the energy we spent nursing old wounds could have been better used for fostering peace and happiness in our lives. Think about the grudges you may be carrying. How have they affected your relationships and your overall well-being? Resentment can create a barrier not just between us and others, but also between us and our own inner peace. It consumes mental energy, fosters negativity, and can lead to a life filled with bitterness. The wisdom of age teaches us that forgiveness is not about condoning wrongdoings, but about freeing ourselves from the weight of past hurts. Forgiving allows us to let go of the past and move forward with our lives. It opens up a space for healing and growth that resentment had previously occupied. I invite you now to consider the resentments you've been holding on to. What would your life look like if you chose to let them go? Imagine the freedom and peace that could come from releasing these burdens. It's never too late to make this change. Let's challenge ourselves to confront these feelings, acknowledge the pain, understand its impact on your life, and make a conscious decision to move past it. This isn't just about improving relationships with others. It's about healing the relationship you have with yourself. As we move forward, think about the steps you can take to begin the process of forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive, including yourself, to live the rest of your days in peace and contentment? The myth of endless time. One of the most pervasive myths as we age is the belief that there will always be more time to pursue our dreams, reconnect with loved ones, or even start anew. However, by the time we reach 70, it becomes painfully clear that time is not infinite. The realization that opportunities and life itself are finite can be both shocking and motivating. Reflect on how often you've postponed important decisions or delayed pursuing your passions, thinking there will always be a later. How many times have you told yourself you'll start that project tomorrow, visit that friend next year, or reconcile with a family member someday? This habit of assuming there will be more time can lead us to miss out on some of life's most fulfilling experiences. The truth is, each moment is precious, and none of us know how many moments we have left. The wisdom that comes with age should inspire us to seize the day and make the most of the time we have now. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and acting on it without delay. I encourage you now to consider what you've been putting off that is important to you. What steps can you take today to ensure you don't look back with regret? This isn't about fear of missing out. It's about actively participating in your life while you have the chance. Let's not waste another minute. Whether it's mending a strained relationship, starting a new hobby, or finally taking that trip you've always dreamed of, the time to act is now. Life doesn't wait for the perfect moment. Life happens, and it's happening right now. The misconceptions about health. As we grow older, our health inevitably becomes a central focus. Yet, many of us operate under the misconception that we can always make up for lost time when it comes to our health, that the years of neglect can somehow be reversed later. By 70, the harsh reality that health is not just recoverable on a whim becomes all too clear. The decisions we make about our bodies throughout our lives don't just influence our longevity, they significantly impact the quality of our living years. Think about the times you've prioritized work over sleep, ignored persistent pains, or skipped regular checkups, assuming you could just deal with it later. How has this affected your health now? It's important to recognize that our bodies are the only places we truly have to live, and how we treat them can determine how well we live, especially in our later years. Health is not merely the absence of disease, it's a state of overall well-being that requires ongoing attention and care. Preventative measures, regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate rest are not optional. They are essential components of a life well lived. I encourage you now to rethink how you view your health management. What changes can you make to ensure that your later years are not just longer, but richer and more vibrant? It's about making small, sustainable shifts in your daily habits that can lead to significant, lasting benefits. Let's take a proactive stance on health. Schedule that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Find an exercise routine that you enjoy and commit to making healthier dietary choices. Remember, taking care of your health is a form of self-respect, not just a means to avoid illness. The importance of open communication. Avoiding difficult conversations might seem like the easier route in the short term, but by the time we reach 70, it becomes evident that the words left unsaid often lead to deeper regrets than those spoken in honesty. Whether it's expressing love, setting boundaries, or addressing grievances, open communication plays a pivotal role in enriching our relationships and our lives. Consider the times you've held back from saying something important because you feared the consequences. Perhaps it was an apology you thought would be rejected, a confession of love you felt was unreciprocated, or a disagreement you believed would lead to conflict. Reflect on what holding these words back has cost you in terms of closeness and understanding with those important to you. As we age, the clarity that comes with hindsight shows us that conversations we avoid are often those that have the potential to bring the most significant resolutions and deepen connections. Realizing that our time to share these thoughts is limited should empower us not to leave important words unspoken. I urge you now to think about the conversations you might be avoiding. What are the things you need to express to move forward freely in your life? The benefit of confronting these conversations head-on is profound. It can lead to healing, reconciliation, and an even stronger bond with those around us. Let's make a commitment to foster open communication. Start small if you need to, perhaps by expressing appreciation or voicing a concern that's been on your mind. Each step you take builds a bridge towards greater openness and ultimately more authentic relationships. As we move to conclude our video, think about how embracing open communication could transform your relationships and your overall life satisfaction. How will you begin to make these changes today? As we reach the end of our journey today, we've explored the 9 things that no longer make sense after the age of 70 and why it's crucial to start changing our lives today. Each point we've discussed isn't just about preparing for the future. It's about enriching the quality of our lives right now. From reassessing our pursuit of status and material possessions to embracing health and open communication, these insights are invaluable at any age. Reflecting on our discussions, it's clear that what often seems important in our younger years can fade into insignificance as we grow older. This doesn't mean those pursuits are futile, but rather that we should balance them with what truly sustains and enriches us long-term: our health, our relationships, and our peace of mind. As you move forward from this video, I encourage you to take a moment to consider what changes you can make today that will not only prepare you for a better tomorrow, but also help you live a more fulfilled life today. What steps will you take to ensure that when you reach 70, you look back on your life with satisfaction rather than regret? Whether it's letting go of old grudges, redefining success, or starting to take better care of your health, every small step you take is a step towards a more meaningful existence. Remember, change doesn't need to be monumental to be effective. It's the small, consistent actions that build up over time, leading to profound impact. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this video has inspired you to rethink your priorities and encouraged you to make positive changes in your life. Let's not wait until it's too late to start living the life we truly want. Change your life today, because a better tomorrow begins right now.